In 1974, a group of farmers digging a well in Xi'an, China, made one of the greatest archaeological discoveries in human history. Beneath the earth lay an army. Over 8,000 life-size clay soldiers, each with a unique face, frozen in formation for more than 2,000 years. But who commanded this silent army? The answer takes us back to the first emperor of China, Qin Shi Huang, a man who united warring states, standardized an empire, and dreamed of immortality. This is the story of the Terracotta Army and the emperor who wanted to rule forever. It all began in March 1974. Farmers near Xi'an struck something unusual while digging for water. At first, they thought it was old pottery, but as archaeologists rushed in, the earth revealed something unimaginable. Rows of terracotta soldiers, buried in massive underground pits. The site was part of Qin Shi Huang's mausoleum complex, spanning nearly 38 square miles, larger than the entire city of Manhattan. Inside, archaeologists found generals with stern expressions, archers kneeling with crossbows, and horses ready for battle. Each figure was crafted with astonishing detail. No two faces are alike. But why would an emperor commission such an army? To answer that, we must go back over 2,200 years. China, in the 3rd century BCE, was not one country. Instead, it was divided into 7 rival kingdoms, constantly at war. Among them was Qin, a state in the west, with strong armies and ambitious leaders. In 246 BCE, a 13-year-old boy named Yingzheng became king of Qin. Few expected greatness, but through ruthless strategy and iron discipline, Yingzheng led Qin to conquer all rival states. By 221 BCE, for the first time in history, China was unified under one ruler. He declared himself Qin Shi Huang, the first August emperor, and he ruled with both brilliance and fear. Qin Shi Huang transformed China. He ordered the building of the first version of the Great Wall, linking old fortifications to protect against nomadic invaders. He standardized weights, measures, currency, and even writing systems, making trade and communication possible across the vast empire. He built an extensive network of roads and canals, binding the empire together. But his rule was harsh. Books he deemed dangerous were burned. Scholars who opposed him were executed. Qin Shi Huang wanted absolute control, not just in life, but in death. And that's where the Terracotta Army comes in. Qin Shi Huang feared death more than anything. He desperately sought the secret to eternal life. He sent envoys across the seas to find mythical elixirs of immortality. He consulted alchemists, drank mercury potions, and built elaborate rituals to cheat death. Ironically, it may have been mercury poisoning that hastened his death at just 49 years old. But before he died, he commanded a tomb unlike any other, a miniature empire beneath the earth, guarded by an eternal army to protect him in the afterlife. The Terracotta Army was only the beginning. Ancient texts describe the emperor's tomb as a vast underground palace, with ceilings inlaid with constellations of pearls and rivers of flowing mercury representing China's great waterways. Modern scans suggest high levels of mercury still lie in the soil, supporting these ancient accounts. Yet, the central tomb of Qin Shi Huang remains unopened. Archaeologists fear that current technology might destroy its delicate contents if disturbed. For now, the emperor still rests undisturbed, guarded by his clay legions. The Terracotta Army continues to amaze. Each warrior was once painted in vibrant colors, reds, blues, purples, but exposure to air caused the paint to vanish, within minutes of excavation. Researchers are still working on ways to preserve the colors as they dig. To this day, fewer than a quarter of the mausoleum has been excavated. Countless treasures and mysteries remain buried. Qin Shi Huang's dream of immortality may have failed, but in a way, he succeeded. His Terracotta Army has stood for over 2 millennia, and his legacy still shapes China today. A silent army guarding a restless emperor, forever waiting in the shadows of history.